All right, let's talk about something I think is pretty cool, especially for all of you out there with a story to tell. We're going to look at a tool that promises to let you create your own manga, even if, like me, you can't draw a decent stick figure to save your life. Let's see how it works.
I mean, you've been there, right? You've got this amazing story brewing in your head, you can see the epic fights, you can hear the dialogue, but the second you try to sketch it out, it all just falls apart. That frustration of not having the artistic skill is a real dream killer for so many creative people.
And this right here is what we're talking about. It's that classic gap between having a fantastic idea and just not having the drawing chops to actually bring it to life on the page.
Yeah, it feels like hitting a brick wall, doesn't it? You know exactly what you want, but you just can't make your hands draw it. That skill gap can feel completely insurmountable. But what if you could just find a shortcut?
Well, that's exactly where this piece of software comes in. Say hello to manga maker ComiPo. It was literally designed to solve this very specific problem.
So what is it, exactly? Well, think of it this way. Instead of teaching you how to draw, it just bypasses drawing altogether. You stop being the artist and you become the director. You're not drawing lines, you're posing 3D characters and arranging scenes. It's a total game changer.
And it's not just for aspiring manga artists either. Professionals use this to quickly put together storyboards or even spice up a business presentation. And on the other end of the spectrum, it's perfect for hobbyists who just want to make a fun little comic strip for their friends. It's super versatile. Okay, so how does this thing actually turn your computer into a manga studio? Let's break down the actual process, from a totally blank page to a finished comic panel. The whole workflow is so simple. Seriously, it's pretty much just 4 steps. You drag a character in, pick a pose, drop in a background, and then add your speech bubbles and effects. Everything is just drag and drop. It's designed to be incredibly easy to get started with.
Now, the real magic is in the characters. There are over 100 poses and expressions you can choose from, all sorted by emotion. But because they're 3D models, you can just click and drag to change the camera angle, get a more dramatic shot. And the best part? No redrawing anything.
And you're not just stuck with a few default characters. Oh no, you get to create your very own cast. You can pick out different hairstyles, outfits, eye colors, add glasses. You can really make them your own.
Of course, it's not all about the characters. You have to build their world, right? You can import your own photos to use as backgrounds, which is an amazing feature. And then you layer on all the good stuff, speech bubbles, sound effects, and all those classic manga speed lines to really make your panels pop.
So the features all sound great, but what's the word on the street? What do people who've actually spent their money on this thing have to say about it? Let's check out some real user feedback.
This first one kind of nails that dual-purpose thing we talked about. This person finds it super useful for their professional work, but they also just love using it as a fun, creative outlet for a hobby.
And I always think it's important to get a more balanced take. This user points out that, yeah, the software has its limits. It's not going to do everything. But they also say that if you're willing to really learn the tool, you can do way more with it than you might think at first.
Okay, so if you're sitting there thinking, this sounds like exactly what I need, let's talk about the nitty-gritty. How can you get it?
It's really straightforward. You can find it right on Steam, but, and this is a big one to remember, it's a Windows-only program. So if you're on a Mac, unfortunately, you're out of luck for now.
Now, here's a huge pro tip for you. Do not buy this at full price. Just don't. It goes on sale all the time during the big Steam summer and winter sales, usually for a whopping 75% off. So just add it to your wish list and be patient. It's absolutely worth the wait.
And honestly, the best part is that you can try it out completely risk-free. Steam has an amazing 2-hour refund policy. So you can buy it, play around with it for an hour and a half, and if you decide it's not for you, you can get all your money back. No questions asked.
So the barrier is gone. The tools are right there, they're affordable, and they're easy to use. The only thing left is your story. All those ideas that have been stuck inside your head now have a way to get out. So the real question is, what are you going to create first?